Hello, friends. Today I wanted to have a conversation about cooking and how cooking is so advantageous when it comes to weight loss. Originally, when I started this journey, I relied heavily on the frozen light meals because it was easy to put them in my calculator and to bulk them up and to make sure that they had a caloric intake that I could add in my app, and to make sure that I wasn't overeating. Now, while absolutely I don't that there's no judgment there in terms of whether you want to use it or not, I started to investigate, or rather try to learn how to cook meals that I enjoyed, to make, and from there to make them caloric, less caloric dense. For example, burger night, or if I wanted to have, for example, like French fries, or if I wanted fried rice, or stirred, or steamed vegetables with cheese sauce. I'm able to control the calories that go into it. And now, from the perspective of actually the surface perspective, we all know this, right? The 101 of weight loss is cook more at home. But I wanted to discuss that in more detail, for the sole reason that I think it also serves a secondary purpose. The secondary purpose is that actually you move more through your day if you actually cook. It is something that adds to your steps, and while we all find it tedious, and I'm not going to say to you, oh, you need to start cooking now. I think the simple act of just engaging in some form of cooking most of the time, albeit it could be from the frozen and you just making a salad, I think is important to note how crucial it is to just move and do the physicality of moving, of washing dishes, and the value it adds, because I don't think we talk enough about this. I typically, when I cook after work, and my boys and I clean up, and we make sure that the kitchen is clean in the morning for us to use it again. It is to do with movement. That fact that there's a time that I can sit and a time that I could just move around, clean my kitchen. I'm adding steps. I put on music, and then or I'm watching a video, and at the same time I am moving my body. So this is the reason why I totally endorse cooking in terms of twofold: the control it has on the calories, and the fact that it makes you move more. So of course we don't want to ignore the fact that our lives get so busy, because it happens to me, where I would get I do get lasagnas from either No Frills or wherever is cheaper. I look at the values, where it's cheaper, and pop it into the microwave. And I'm not suggesting by any means that you start doing a Nara Smith situation where you're making your own Nutella or your own cereal. That's not where I'm at. All I'm saying that there is importance in adding some form of cooking, because it just really helps with weight loss, and it really does help with your movement, because every bit of your moving your body throughout the day does add up. Because at the end of the day, the fact that you're going to the gym and spending an hour there, that's not where the bulk of your caloric expenditure occurs, right? That's the gym is for function, for you to continue with your range of motion, for you to be able to control your body weight, but not to, it doesn't spend a lot of calories. So going back to the topic at hand, cooking. There's a third and last thing that I do want to note in terms of cooking. I think that cooking also does an amount of stress reliever in terms of how you, where the understanding and the detail that goes into cooking and appreciating your food, it brings you into a calm sphere. For me, because weight loss inherently was always triggering, it was always negative, it was always upsetting, what cooking brought in my life is the understanding that I can control my calories, and I can sit here and actually understand the cooking process, getting myself acquainted with my food, making things like causa, making things like aguadito, like things that are Peruvian based, and not depriving myself was part of the journey. The understanding that I can control that aspect of it, where I can control the calories and I can understand my food, and I can pick and do and eat. For example, cheese, the brie. Yes, I'll have it, but I won't have it to where I used to have it, the whole thing, because there's an understanding there that that acquaintance you have with your food and what you like and what you do not like makes you be able to actually enjoy your food and not feel so guilty, and relieves a lot of the stress out of the fact that you're going through this journey. Because the crazy part is that when you look at it from the proverbial light, is that you want to just change your whole life and just take different foods, like for example, all of a sudden to go keto and delete all these foods and say this is what's gonna work. And what happens with that mentality is that come a birthday, come a situation like, for example, you have to go to a restaurant because it's Father's Day today, then it becomes a problem. How do I deal with this? I can't. It doesn't compute. It doesn't vary with your life, and because it's not achievable, then again you're back to square one and you're not doing anything at all. But again, cooking brings you to the understanding that you can tweak ingredients, you can tweak things and just still enjoy the same foods and continue your weight loss journey as it is. Because at the end of the day, this isn't about just the weight loss, it's about learning how to cope with your day with food, in terms of continuing your weight loss or weight maintenance, and not be able to, and not do something like overeat because you've had a bad day. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you next week with with more and more videos. Have a good one, and happy Father's Day.